Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of Ronda Pride TV. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Tammy Paxton.
And I'm Minus the Cock.
And this week, we're going to be interviewing LGBTQymru, and we're going to be interviewing the advocates for that, Jay Page and Bladen Harris.
Hope you enjoy.
Right.
So how is your lockdown going, boys?
Mine's been like a mix. It gets really busy, then it goes really quiet. So I've got like a few projects, obviously with like Bladen as well. And then all of a sudden like work stuff's kicked back in and it's like, what are we doing? How things are going? So like this last few days have just been disgustingly busy. So, but other than that, I'm loving it. Bladen?
Better to be busy.
Bladen's found a new angle.
I'm just trying to move. I'm really conscious that this is being recorded and I feel I look terrible.
You're
Well,
fine.
that looks better. We can see your face now. The light is hitting you nicely now.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much been, I would say, not to exactly copy what Jay said there, but it's just been, God, it's been a combination of like learning to live by myself and everything that comes with that. And balancing work then, because I think what I've done is I've thrown myself into work as a distraction, and now all of a sudden I'm inundated with work and I'm like, oh my God, I need a distraction from work.
Sounds familiar.
Sort of due to COVID-19 and everybody being in lockdown, many prides have had to cancel. How do you think this could potentially impact our community?
Do you want to go first?
Oh, okay. I think, do you know what? I mean, like, I think it depends who you are, really, where it comes to what pride is for you. And this is where I think, which is lovely, which a lot of prides are asking, what is pride for you? Like, for me, it is going to either be in the parade or watch the parade and watch everything going on, all these fabulous companies and getting involved and supporting. But at the same time, for me, a lot of it is my friends. And as much as we catch up with each other as much as possible, you can always guarantee that one time a year, say for in Cardiff, there's 30, 40, 50 of you all meeting up for a drink, watching all your friends on stage or the drag on stage and the acts on stage doing things. And for me, it's just about getting everyone together and having that kind of like the big family. From when we were younger and we had a lot more time to go out and do things, for me, it's all that. And obviously it affects different people in different ways. Like some people go out to proper like protest that gay rights. My boyfriend was on about that earlier. He was like, gay rights, it's one of his things to shout out. But and we can imagine, if you know my boyfriend, you'll understand what you mean by that. But because he's a nightmare. But yeah, I mean, like I said, for me,
he's lovely.
Yes,
He's a sweetie, really.
but like, yeah, for my reasons, it is seeing people that you don't get the time, and especially the ones that have moved away to different cities, is getting together for that. And that's for me. And then a lot of people just do it because they've been doing Pride as long as they can remember as well, which is always lovely to see, like the older community coming out and mixing with every age group possible going to a Pride event. Yes.
And then, you know, with that, with everyone going out and everyone mixing, seeing your friends that you haven't seen for ages, Pride is very much about visibility as well. I think that as a community, one of our greatest strengths has always been our proud visibility. And I mean, you know, that was demonstrated in the very first Pride protest, which was Stonewall, you know, whose anniversary is coming up, which is this month in June. So I think how it affects the community with them being cancelled in lockdown is that people don't get to see that. You know, people for the very first time, like I was one of them, like when I was younger and I knew that Pride, or it was called Mardi Gras, was going on, you pop to Cardiff, you know, you don't tell your parents why you're going, but you pop to Cardiff and you see people who are just like you, and it makes you think like, oh God, well, you know, even though they might be like someone who's gay and 2 years older than me in school, or even though like, I don't know, someone in the town is gay as well, there are people who are just like me everywhere.
Mm.
And I get to see them, and I get to be a part of it for the day, even if I just go back and tell my mother that I went back and had like Starbucks in Cardiff, and that's the only reason I went. And that was the only place you could get a Starbucks back in those days. So yeah, I just think that it'll have an impact on people for visibility. I think the biggest thing would be to have visibility, because like Jay said, this is once a year when everyone really bands together for big celebration and a big commemoration as well, because it's not just about partying. Like you said about Teeny, you know, gay rights.
Gay rights.
It's not just about having a party and being like, look over there. No. It's about making sure that we remember why we're there. You know, what's that old chant? Is it, it's our history, don't deny it. Stonewall was riot.
A riot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So it's not only Pride events that have been affected, but we've also lost 2 LGBTQ plus venues. What do you think? Do you think these are going to be replaced? I mean, do you think more venues are going to go? Or what do you think the scene is going to be like in Cardiff after this?
It's such a difficult one, because I think at this point where everyone is, I mean, when I say everyone, I'm not just talking about the Cardiff scenes and all the different city scenes. I think the whole hospitality trade is now working together and sticking together and trying to work the best way possible to get a venue open, get a slice of normality back to it. And obviously build on that. And obviously it's from everybody working together. It's not just the venue working. You've got to go and support your venue and work with your venue to see what they're doing and what they're implementing, and making sure you adhere to what they say. Like, you've got to think, every Friday and Saturday night, we tell you, you go out. We tell you it's happy hour. We tell you there's a DJ, and you come for the happy hour, the DJ, the drag queen, and the dancing and the partying. Now we're telling you to come along, sit down, have a drink, and then we'll work around it, and we'll get somewhere eventually. I mean, obviously it's sad, with WOW being announced yesterday. You know, WOW's been around for 20-something years. You know, you had the original one by Porter's, it moved over to Churchill Way, they had the nightclub, and they've had this now. Same with Minsky's, 25 years. But sometimes it's sign of change. Sometimes they're looking for another venue. It's all down to how the city changes as well. You know, we're not looking, you know, Manchester, for example, gay scene's been on the canal for as long as I can remember. But the venues, yeah, some of them have been there 20, 30 years, but some of them have moved and left, and more iconic venues or less iconic venues. So, yeah, it's sad to see him go, but you never know when you're going to see him again. Like, WOW closed for the first time back in early 2000s, and then reopened again a bit later in the 2000s to be on Churchill Way. So there's always a glimmer of hope that they could come back, or somebody might come back, or somebody new might come along and inject a different party lifestyle into what our scene is. And it's always been a fun and I would say like a micro scene, like kind of like, there's not many venues, but you go around, you have a good time, you see people you know, and it's a good atmosphere, and it's all down to the community working together with that one. And
everyone knows everyone.
And everyone knows everyone, yes.
Everyone knows everyone. I mean, it would be, oh my God, it would be, it's already a shame that 2 are gone. It would be such a shame to see any more go. Like
absolutely.
Said, already a micro scene, like, we're already like what you would consider like a micro scene as it is, where everyone does know everyone.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like LGBT clubs and venues, they're like our safe spaces as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think on the other side, when you say the safe space, and that is such the perfect word to use for like our venues. But then I had a good chat a few years ago with one of the venue managers, and sometimes as well, it can be down to acceptance. So when I first came out, I literally used to go to, like, you know, the straight clubs when I was at work and stuff. But as soon as I could, I'd run off to a gay bar to be the gay boy and have a good time and meet up with my friends. And it's almost like you can now take your colleagues to a gay bar, or you can go to a straight bar, so to speak. And no one thinks like, oh, you can't go there because it's a gay bar. Now it's a bit like, it's not like a taboo subject. It's almost like everybody's, I'm not saying everything's perfect and everybody's like leaving these venues, but it's some people don't get over it. Some people, like, you know, it's a, what's that state? Is it Stonewall have it on the poster? Some people are gay, get over it, sort of thing. But then some people can't get over it. So that's where you need your venues, as Bethan said, as a safe space, to be able to run around and be that little kid. I say kids, you know, you could be 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old coming out very late on in life. But it's going to be the safe space. So we don't want to lose anymore for that reason.
Yeah, like, I know what you mean there about like going to like straight clubs and stuff, and I get it. Like I go, you know, like straight clubs, because I go myself to the ones in Cardiff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can maybe count how many times I've gone to like straight clubs, or like, I can count them compared to how many times I go to gay clubs, because
Oh, absolutely.
LGBT clubs, because every time I go to a straight club, I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm gay, and that I'm not, that I'm very kind of feminine as well. And that when I dance, like I'm ready to tear up the dance. Huh?
Not part of the clique.
Yeah, like, you know, when I go to those clubs, I realise that I'm very feminine. I think I'm quite visibly gay when I'll go there, because, you know, I like to wear makeup, not to conflate gender and sexual orientation, because they're not the same thing, but, you know, people tend to make that assumption anyway. So, like, I'll have makeup on, you know, I'm there to, like, tear the dance floor.
And you do.
And I do.
You do. Very well.
But, you know, which is, I'm very conscious of the fact then, because I can't seem to get away from, or I never feel that I can escape in those kind of circles, the fact that, oh, maybe I don't belong here. And then when I go to gay clubs, you know, people are looking, but if it's for an entirely different reason, people are like throwing shade in gay clubs, and I know what to do. You know what I mean? I'm there to clap back.
You know where you stand.
Yeah, so safe spaces, it'd be gutted to see any more go. But you're right, let's just hope that some more can come, or some more can come back.
Or build the ones we've got now and keep them going, support them. The biggest thing I've ever heard was, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So
Yeah.
Very true.
use it.
So, talking of things that we've lost this year, unfortunately, we're not having the actual main Pride physical event. So, who actually came up with LGBTQymru then?
That'd be me.
That's the brainchild of it.
Blevin.
That'd be me.
Then, yeah.
I'm really pleased to say that through the phenomenal work of like Jay, Hannah and Tom, everyone involved in the committee actually, through like our social media outreach, through, you know, like our funding and fundraising and sponsorship, which I'd like to touch upon actually a little bit later if I could, but what we're doing with all of that. I'm pleased to say that it's going to be an event for the community and by the community. Like, we've got so many different acts from people all across Wales. The submissions keep coming in. We've got drag queens, we've got drag kings, we've got AFAB queens, we've got, and it's not just queens that we've got, you know, singers, we've got choirs, we've got theatrical performances, we've got goodwill messages, we've got panel discussions and some of the talk, you know, on some of the discussions that don't often get heard or get given a platform to have a discussion about. So, and we've also got DJs as well, for the night owls. So I see it, like I said, I see it being an event for the community and by the community, because we're working with nearly all of the regional prides, Run the Pride as well. One of the first to sign up with us. To really showcase and to really give a platform to everyone across Wales. You know, so when you go up to the Bangor section, you'll be able to see the identity of the LGBTQ plus scene up there. And then when you have your section from Run the Pride, you'll be able to see what the LGBTQ plus scene and community within the Rhondda area looks like as well. You know, so it's not just a one size for all, it's a one size to fit all.
Oh, fantastic.
I can't wait.
It sounds brilliant.
We're going to have a bit of everything.
Yeah, a bit of everything.
And like Beth said, it is showcasing what Wales has got to offer as well. Like, as a community, I think sometimes we stick to certain areas and maybe not. Like, I used to go to like Swansea quite a lot, and now I'm very much like Cardiff. Oh, we've lost her. We've lost her. But it's nice to kick back and just go, hey, North Wales, hey, West Wales, hey, the Valleys, like, what's going on? Like, let's not just think about us being down here. Let's say hello to everybody. It's gone amazing so far, hasn't it, Bladden?
Honestly, I was saying today, actually, so like my day is split between my actual job and doing this as well. It's like having 2 full-time jobs, really it is. And I'm having discussions with people like all across Wales, and I'm just saying, I knew that this was going to be amazing because of the talent that we have in Wales, but like seeing the stuff that's coming in, like it's blowing my mind. Because it's just for a good reason, you know. It's just because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
that's great. And so, do you think the virtual Pride will continue in future years?
You can have that one.
Yeah, I don't see us being a one-trick pony, because we're not. And what I can say is I've already started planning what the next 12 months for us are going to look like. And I'm going to keep it under wraps right now, because we want to do like some big, nice we want to do like a big announcement for it, on the back of what will be the best virtual Pride, Wales-wide virtual Pride. Because it's exciting. I see a really exciting future for LGBTQymru and for the community of Wales. And I hope that we can continue to work with like nearly all the regional prides that we are with now, and some of the others.
Yeah, I think it's really important that it does continue and that it's not just a one-off, because there are people who aren't necessarily able to get to the events, and where they can still be part of the community and still see what is currently happening within the community. I mean, I just hope you guys just keep going and going and going. It would be fabulous.
Try our hardest, won't we?
Yeah. But sorry, just to go, like what you've said there, it's so important to do this, because for us, and you just hit the nail on the head there, the discussion, you know, in words probably better than I can do right now, because I recognize I'm stumbling over myself. There are so many people who might not be able to make a more traditional Pride, you know, for a number of reasons that they wouldn't maybe necessarily feel that they can access, or they can't access, or it's just too far away. This virtual Pride is literally bringing Pride to you, to them, you know, and we're not about to stop doing that. Everyone deserves to have some Pride in their life.
Absolutely.
Tammy, love.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Sorry.
I don't want to hug the interview. I mean, I'm quite happy to, but you know, you put all this effort in, you might as well.
No, it's gone a bit crackly on my end.
Like a massive lag. There must be a massive lag, or she's had too much gin.
Yeah.
I've had a bit of gin already, just as the lag.
What did you call me?
Hang on, what did you call me? Right, that's better. I can hear you all properly now. So, this event you got coming up, anything to excite us a little bit? Who have you got involved altogether? Any celebs?
Are we allowed to say? Yeah, I don't know. So, right, so we've got, like we said earlier, we've got people from all over Wales getting involved with acts. But we do have some people of certain fame getting involved. Can't really say at the moment because they are part of our announcements, but whether they're going to be introducing shows or actually being a part of it as well, that's where you have to really, really keep an eye on what we're doing. Because we're posting every day. We're trying to post them in every day, so whether it's thanking a sponsor or basically an act. So I think the next few days we're going to start doing the acts. So you'll be able to see what's going on. And then when it comes to the actual weekend, you'll see who our celeb panelists and presenters will be as well.
Fantastic. So have I won the bottle of wine then?
It's 2 bottles of wine.
That's even better.
Oh my god, do you know what? So literally, Sean from Gays Who Wine, they're fantastic. I thought that was going to be some wine then, Jay.
I wish it was.
The team at Gays Who Wine, they've done amazing. They're doing amazing things through this lockdown. So the kind of premise, I'm speaking on their behalf here now, but the premise of what it is that, you know, not everybody is able to go to the scene and meet people, you know, and have conversations, and sometimes it's difficult to kind of form friendships on the scene sometimes. So they provide a space where people are able to come together, have a glass of wine, and forge those friendships. So again, it's literally open to everyone to go. I love it. I think it's great. So what they started doing over lockdown is like Gays Who Wine at home. So they've got these like eco-friendly boxes that they pack full of amazing stuff. So it's like 2 bottles of wine, there's cheese in there, there's like freshly baked bread, there's like, I think it's like pate, that kind of stuff in there. And yeah, you can win yourself a box basically. There's a competition.
Oh, yeah, no, I sent everything off today. I was like, yes, this sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Like we'll share with
Sign me up.
Who doesn't want to
No,
Who doesn't
love,
want to
you have to go and sign up. That's how it works. Now, Blade and Love, you did say that you wanted to speak a bit more about sponsorship and how it's all going to work.
Yeah, so again, one of the great things, one of the overarching aims for the LGBTQymru's Wales-wide virtual pride is to ensure that we amplify, promote and celebrate the community, the communities within the community, but also to give back. So we don't stand as a committee we stand to make no money. Like, it was never about that. So we've gone to our sponsorship and finance officer, Fionn, who's absolutely phenomenal. Has been able to generate some sponsorship from some great people like Legal in General, Talk with Andy, Principality, Colleague of Cymoedd. Everyone's been really so receptive to this because I think what I'm about to tell you, they see the real value in it. So other than the editing costs, just to make it look the way that we want it to look, it's going to be edited. So it looked like you're watching, yeah, so it's going to look like you're going to be watching TV basically. Every penny over that is going to be reinvested into the community. So
Fantastic.
we're going to give it back, you know, to community groups, grassroots projects, because we know that COVID-19 is going to cause like a financial, you know, it's going to cause a financial situation for us. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's be honest. Like, people are just not going to be, might not be forthcoming with money in the next couple of years, and it'd be understandable. But what we want to make sure that we do in the way that we can is right now, while sponsorship is available, get it in, take it, reinvest it. So we don't plan on keeping anything, not a penny. You know, for the projects that we have next, we'll do the same thing. We'll find the sponsorship, we'll have what we've got to cover what we need, which will just be like the essential stuff for our project, and the rest of it will be reinvested into the community to make sure that we are not only giving visibility, but we're giving money as well.
It's the same as Rhonda Pride. You know, we don't charge for the event. All we try to do is get sponsorship to cover costs. And fortunately, we've not had to cancel as of yet, and we're looking at ways to work around. So Rhonda Pride should still be happening on the 12th of September, which is good.
Hey.
And obviously, the closer we get and the more we get to know about how things are going to be operating as lockdown is released, we will then be putting stuff, putting our plans into fruition and letting people know. But so far, we are still all systems go for Under Pride.
Well
Which is
done.
great. Yeah.
You never know, they'll probably have a cage on the stage for me.
So, is there anything else that you would like to let our viewers know about? Jay, did you want to go first and then?
I'm fed up of lockdown and I want to just go and party now. No, do you know what? I mean, we said quite a lot about online with our pride and stuff, but it is a case of make sure you do support it and actually click in, whether you watch an hour of it, whether you watch the whole weekend, just get involved and watch and just see what's going on. And
Watch the whole weekend.
What?
Watch the whole weekend.
Yeah, watch the whole weekend.
Right.
But we've all been stuck without being able to go anywhere. So, I mean, this also gives you a little bit of a hint of what's going on around the rest of your country. So it's a little window into Wales and to what's going on and to see the talent and maybe have some questions answered about what you're going through or what somebody else is going through. But yeah, that's basically what I just want people to watch it and just really enjoy it and just take something away from it and then see what's next.
Can you tell us when it is and where we can watch it?
So it will be running through our social media channels of LGBTQymru, and it's on the 24th and 25th.
Yeah, 24th and 25th.
I've got so many dates from work going through my head right now. The 24th and 25th of July, and we'll be posting what's going on, times, and how you can click through and watch it, basically. And obviously support more as well with the artists.
Yeah, so
Brilliant.
On that as well, the main event is going to be the 24th and 25th. There will be some kind of fringe events as well. So there'll be some panel discussions and some sessions, get ready with me sessions on the week leading up as well. Because everybody loves to do a get ready with me. No one wants to sit. People should be sitting there what would you wear to Pride normally? Sit in the sofa and wear it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, get involved.
Well, I'm going to put my glad rags on.
I can't wait to see that.
Siobhan is going his birthday suit this year. I'm always tempted, because I find pride.
Ironing.
You cheeky cow. Because I see pride as, the big gay birthday. So I'm always tempted to go in my birthday suit and go, la la.
Remember to iron it first and have a hot wash.
Oh, this
So
one.
rude.
That's to be polite as well.
You know exactly what I would have said back in the days.
Yes, I know.
You remember me from Pulse times, darling.
I do indeed.
Exactly.
So on behalf of Under Pride, guys,
Oh,
thank
wait,
you
wait,
so
wait.
much for joining us. I didn't give you a turn, did I?
I know it's fine. I was going to ask you, are you going to be tuning in to watch the Wales Wide Virtual Pride?
Oh, yes,
Damn right.
definitely.
So what are you excited? Why are you excited for that? Obviously I know why, but I want to know why are you excited? What do you see that's exciting about this?
Okay, so for me, I've found in lockdown that we've been seeing queens and kings and acts from people all over that we've never known, or that we don't get to see often, because they're so far away. And I think it's exciting to see the talent that we do have that we didn't know about. So new talent, that always gets me excited.
Yeah.
And it's great that from there is like a stepping stone of bringing the community together. So if I see someone and go, oh, really like that, poof, I'll share it, or I'll comment on it, and then they comment back, and then you join their Instagram, and you've joined their Twitter, and you've joined this, and you've made a connection. And for me, Pride is about being who you are, making connections with new people, and growing the community. That's what Pride means to me.
We are keeping Cymru connected.
Yay!
Yay! Fabulous. What are you excited to watch?
There's a big lag.
Hey.
There's a lag. Yeah.
Tammy, yes,
What
for
did
you,
you call
Tammy.
me? What did you call me? What am I excited about? Oh, let's have a think. It's going to be a brand new experience with this Wales-wide virtual Pride. I can't wait for it. It's going to be something a little bit different, something we've never seen before. So I'm looking forward to see how it actually takes off. And let's face it, I'm the ultimate lazy cow bag. It means I can sit in my chair at home with a bottle of vodka, a long bendy straw, and I just get to watch it all on my iPad. So happy days.
Happy days.
I can go to Pride and I don't have to move a muscle.
The best.
Oh, that's great. No, I love that.
Well, you don't get a figure like mine, do you, from eating salads and drinking bottled water now, do you?
No, you don't.
No.
Chippy Lane.
Yeah.
Chips, cheese and curry sauce off the floor.
That was her first drag name, wasn't it?
What?
Chips, cheese and curry sauce. That's a great drag name.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Bit cheesy.
Terrible.
So, yes, thank
I
you so
know.
much for joining us. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your lockdown. And we are very excited for LGBTQymru or Cymru.
LGBTQymru.
My Welsh is very bad.
It's getting better though, miners.
Someone really needs
Let me
to
see
teach
if I
me
can
Welsh.
do it right.
You know, seems that my daughter's Welsh.
LGBTQymru.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Not sure what's going to happen when she goes to school and she's going to come home. I'm going to have to teach her Welsh, and I don't know how to speak it.
You'll get there eventually, don't worry.
Yaki da.
Yeah, he's
Do that well. Do that well.
Microwave,
And then,
property
so what I
payment.
should really be saying to you is doich. Is that right?
Diolch.
Diolch.
Yeah.
Diolch. Diolch. Very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
fabulous. Diolch i hi. Thank you.
Yes.
Diolch to you.
That's brilliant. Well, guys, we're going to head off now, and yeah, we'll see you on the 24th and the 25th of July.
See you
I
later.
can't wait.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget to our competition.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jay Page and Bledden Harris. Weren't they fantastic? Make some noise for the boys. I can't wait for LGBTQymru and the Wales-wide virtual Pride.
And now, especially for you, we have the amazingly talented Christopher Hughes singing a lovely little musical number.
Hi everyone, it's Chris Hughes here. I just want to thank Run the Pride TV for asking me to sing you guys a couple of songs today. I hope you're all well and safe and looking after yourselves. I'm going to sing you some songs from musicals today. I'm going to start with a song by everyone's gay icon, which is Liza Minnelli. It's from Cabaret and it's called Maybe This Time. So I hope you enjoy. Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time you'll stay. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hug me away. He will hold me fast. I'll be holding my last. Not a loser anymore like the last time or the time before. love a winner, so nobody loved me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's who I long to be. All the odds are they're in my favor, something's bound to begin. It's gonna happen someday. Maybe this time I'll win. Everybody, they love a winner, so nobody loved me. Lady peaceful, ha, lady happy, that's who I long to be. All the odds are they're in my favor, something's bound to begin. It's gonna happen someday. Maybe this time I'll win. Oh, I love a bit of Liza. I'm going to follow that with a song from probably the first musical I think I ever saw. It was on a little VHS, I can't speak, VHS tape, and it was West Side Story. So I'm going to finish my little set for you today with one of my favourite musical theatre songs to sing, and it is Somewhere from West Side Story. Thanks for having me today, guys. Love you.
Someday in time for us, time together with time to spare, time to learn, time to spare. Someday, somewhere, find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. Someplace for us, a time and a place for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere,
and gentlemen, wasn't Chris fantastic? He's a little Disney boy after my own heart. I tell you what, he could sing me to sleep any night of the week, that boy could. I wouldn't kick him out of bed if he Dutch ovened me.
So thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have a fantastic week. I've been Minus the Cock.
I've been Tammy Plaxton.
Thank you and good night.